What up, people? It's your boy Chris from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you in effect today. I didn't do a preview video. In fact, I've been quite slack with my videos. I know I owe you guys a video about Arsene Wenger, which, to be honest, I always plan to do after this game. That will come tomorrow. But I kind of wanted to keep it separate from this video in the event that we actually beat Everton. And lo and behold, we beat Everton. So we've done something right. At the end of a really bad week, really. It was well needed. I thought we started for once on the front foot very well. Despite our loss midweek, where I'll go into more about how I felt. There was a reason I left the review from the Barcelona game out of my normal videos, because I kind of wanted to incorporate it with my video that I'm going to do about Arsene Wenger. But with our performance that week, to be honest with you, I saw enough there where I felt like, to be honest, roll with the same team. So I was glad that he did. So the team he rolled with was the exact same one from Barcelona. It just looks like a very happy, balanced side. Go figure. You leave people like Giroud, Ramsey, and Saka out, people who naturally slow the ball down for whatever reason. And lo and behold, you have a balanced, well-played side that's playing well-balanced side. The only thing that's a shame about it, really, in a way, is that Ramsey is due to come back after the international break, which is a shame because Wenger has, so he'll wing him straight in there. To be honest, Ramsey was in my fantasy football team just because I knew at the very least I'll always get starting points for him. Just Wenger can't let him go. But yeah, let's go into the match ratings and I'll go into how I feel about it. So I was very happy with Ospina at the back. Didn't really have a lot to do, and the one time that he did get called upon was when there was a time when the ball basically came. It was crossed. I can't even remember what happened. Somebody crossed it in for Lukaku for Everton. And Lukaku came rushing in, and I was a bit harsh with him on Twitter just because I was annoyed that potentially we could be facing another injury. He came steaming in, and his momentum basically just took him feet first into Ospina. And Ospina was down for a while. Clearly, people were waving a stretcher on and stuff. Weirdly, Wenger refused to bring on Macy. I have no idea why. For me, that was a big risk because at that point, I think it was like the 82nd, 81st minute, possibly. There was a while to go. I could be wrong. Could be even 70 something. There was a while to go. Is the point I'm making. And leading on a half-fit Ospina or a half-injured Ospina would have. I don't know what Wenger was thinking, but in the end, it proved to be okay. He recovered well enough. I know at the time of Twitter, I think my timeline went nuts. Everyone was saying, why the fuck is Ospina still on the pitch? Because he kind of got up. He was only down for about 2 minutes, but he kind of got up and he was like limping, like walking on the line, kept gripping onto his chest and shit. And it was clear that the guy was not comfortable. At the very least, he wasn't comfortable. But Wenger just persisted. So, kind of just went with it. But yeah, I thought he did well, and I thought for that alone, to be honest, he deserved a seven. A seven. Bellerin, for me, there's only one person on the pitch that I feel played better than Bellerin. If he's not the best right back in the league, please tell me who is. He was back to his very, very best. Was up and down that right hand side. Was creating, had an assist for whose goal was it? The second goal. My brain is gone because I can't remember who scored the second. Oh, of course. I'm an idiot. Scored the second goal. Yeah, I mean, I thought he did really well. Was up and down, got himself an assist. Played really, really well. Best game I've seen him have in a while, actually, because he did go through a little spell where he just dipped a little bit. But someone clearly left him off the leash today, and he was perfect for me. 8 out of 10. No problems whatsoever. The centre-backs deserve this. I thought both of them had outstanding games. They kept Lukaku very, very quiet. Lukaku's most meaningful contribution was him clattering into Ospina. I think that was in large part due to Gabriel and Koscielny, who I thought, I mean, this is the tandem that all Arsenal fans have been waiting for. And I'm glad Wenger at least finally, although it's a bit fucking late in the season to be making this change, but best. I thought both of them handled Lukaku. I didn't see Lukaku or Barkley the whole match, really. I thought they handled them really well. Stepped in when they had to, made challenges when they had to, were really mindful over Lukaku. When Lukaku tried taking them down the channels, they were equal to it. They showed really good strength, both of them. I can't really separate either of them. I kind of want to give them an 8 as well, but now I feel like I'm not selling Bellerin enough. So I might change that. And I'm going to give Bellerin 8.5 and those two 8s. I thought they were really well. Both of them were 8s, Koscielny and Monreal. Didn't really have a lot to do, to be honest, on the left-hand side. I thought Mr. Consistent. That's all you can say. Is if Monreal ever gets anything that isn't a 7, it's because the whole team was shit. That's basically what you're going to get from Monreal. 7 out of 10. Didn't put the foot wrong, really. My man of the match, yes, I'm probably a bit biased, but I thought he had an outstanding game. Got himself a second goal. I thought caused problems. And you can see why he's keeping the likes of Theo and even Joel, who I really like as a player personally, why he's keeping Joel out of the team. And that is my man, Mr. Nigeria, Alex Iwobi. I thought he did fantastic work. I thought he was brilliant. Best game I've seen him have for Arsenal. Best game I've seen him have. And I thought he played quite well in Barcelona. But he looked like he was giving Everton problems. Constant problems on these runs. What to say other than I'm more than happy with his work. 9 out of 10. I really thought he performed that well. The kid is going to be something. He's going to be something. Going across the middle. El Nene, another man who's Mr. Consistent. Another one who I felt did Barcelona considering. Was again really good today. The guy is settling in quickly, adapting quickly. Really, really, really good player. I want to find those people who had the audacity to say, oh, he looks every bit a £5 million player, to be honest. I want to find those motherfuckers and ask them, what the fuck do you think about Arnena now? fantastic player. Please, Wenger, keep Ramsey sat on the bench. If he wants to fuck off end of the season, let his punk ass go, in my opinion. Elneny, fantastic buy, settled in really nicely with Cox. 7 out of 10. Coquelin didn't put a foot wrong, marshaled that middle, had Barkley on lock. The entire fucking match. To the point, I don't even know, genuinely, I have no idea. I could look really foolish at the moment because did Barkley actually play? I genuinely, because I missed the very first 2 minutes of the match, so I didn't see Everton starting line up. I don't even know, because if he was, it's the entire match, and I think that was in large part due to Cox. Marshalled that middle. Every time I looked up, and it looked like it was getting up to our defence, Cox was there. And if Cox weren't there, then the centre-backs had it on lock. Was so impressed with that little triangle through. 7.5, I thought he really did well, actually, Coquelin. Really did well. That position often goes unnoticed, but not by me, because I like that position. Sanchez thought did really well, set up Welbs for the first goal. Is getting there. He is getting there. He's slowly trying to play himself into form. I've been quite highly critical of Sanchez, mainly because I do agree with what some people have said. I think people are on Sanchez's and Ozil's dick a bit too much where they think that they can't criticize those players because of the caliber of players they are. Fuck that. Not with me, Star. You're playing well. If you're not playing well, I'll tell you you're not playing well. And for me, I feel like he hasn't been playing well. I don't think he was at his absolute best today, but he was a lot better than I've seen him recently. Really, Wednesday he played quite well as well, to be honest. Him, Iwobi, and Elneny had decent games, considering. Played really well. I'd give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he worked hard. Didn't do anything magnificent, but the through ball for Welbeck was just genius. And I thought, just a really good, hard-working player. And I love the part where he went to try and run to save a stray pass from Iwobi. And he ran and ran and ran. And sometimes your momentum takes you over the stand. So the momentum took him over the stands to the point where it took him to the Everton seats. And he went and had a sit down on the Everton side. Even the Everton fans are laughing. That was a joke. That was a nice little moment. Nice little banter moment. But yeah, so yeah, 7 out of 10. I thought he did well. Ozil, I mean, it was okay. He had, I think a lot of people on Twitter blew him up more than I thought I noticed him, really. A couple interchanges, little inter passes and stuff like that, but there was nothing, oh yeah, Ozil's running the show. This wasn't one of those games. It was always going to be, I thought he was able to do some stuff because Everton, they're the one team, I said it on Twitter, they're the one team who are tactically more unaware of themselves than we are. They just gave us so much space in the middle. And fortunately for us, they don't really have a defensive midfielder, which helps. So it just allows us to have a lot of space. I heard people describe Roberto Martinez as Wenger number 2. I could see it, a younger version of Wenger. I could see it, and I definitely see it. 6 out of 10. Passes were really good. Everything was more or less fine. It was just kind of was what it was. Welbs up top. For me, I like Welbeck a lot. And I'll tell you why I like Welbeck a lot. Can he finish? Fuck no. But the one thing I like about someone like a Juru, who I think a couple of years ago, maybe last season, Juru's movement was really, really good. Used to constantly harass and challenge and make a defender work. And even at the start of the season, was doing the same thing. Somewhere along the line, Juru has stopped doing that. And the one thing that I like about Welbeck is, first of all, he's really mobile. So it's not like he just has pace, like Walcott do with it. Like, he's really mobile. And I actually think he's got a good footballing brain. And he's a trier as well. So he'll run all fucking day for you. If you need that to happen, he'll run all day for you. He'll run tired. Oh, you need me to play on the left for 10 minutes? No problem. And he does that shit a lot with Sanchez, and there's a lot of good understanding and a good interplay. There's clearly a good understanding between the two that's happening. Hence the first goal. I just wish his finishing and his injury record was better. We would have a world-class striker on our hands. How much I like Welbeck's movement. That's how much of an intelligent player that I think he is. It's just, unfortunately, first of all, the guy's too injury prone. And second of all, he can't fucking finish for shit. But he's a trier. And for me, this is why I will never shit on people like Javinho or Boué. Technically not the most gifted players, but they'll run all fucking day for you. I'd rather that than say an Arshavin, who you know had God-given ability, doesn't do fuck. So, for me, I personally, I like Welbeck a lot as a player. So happy for him that he's not only scoring goals, but he's influencing games with his movement. I'd give him a 7.5, honestly. I long may he stay in the team. We've only got one competition. Surely Welbeck can see the fucking season out, starting games. Fuck Giroud, as far as I'm concerned. Speaking of which, subs, Giroud came on. I thought the guy is supposed to be good at holding stuff up. Didn't really demonstrate that today. Had a couple of 3 really good chances. One in particular. I mean, there was one in particular where he just kind of. I mean, it was on his strong foot. It was on the left-hand side. What you want when you're on the left-hand side, the angle's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. Test the keeper. Get that shit on target. Move it across the keeper. He does this slice shit like I would with my left foot. So of course I would do that. And I'm definitely not a fucking footballer, so of course I would do that. But when you're getting paid like 80, 90 grand a week, it's your supposed strong foot. I expect you to test the keeper, not slice it. That fucking thing pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. Well, probably more than it should, but it did. 6. I think that's been generous. 5, actually. I think that's been generous. I don't think he did. I think he was brought on to take the pressure off us. And if anything, when he came on, more pressure came onto us. So 5. I didn't remember 2 other. Gibbs. I thought Gibbs came on for Ozil. Unfortunately, that Ozil took a hard knock. Hopefully, Ozil was okay, particularly with the international break. Hopefully, he'll be fine. Because we need him. We're going to stay in this top 4, which, let's face it, is our target at the moment, as it is every year, I know. Thought he did okay. Was obviously brought on to just shore us up a little bit. Wasn't really long enough for me to give a proper mark. I'd say 5. Chambers was on even less time. I wouldn't even bother giving him a mark. Manager, don't normally mark the manager. But I would say the manager of the team. Don't know if he gave him a kick up the backside. let's just assume he did. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but let's assume he did. The team played well. Best performance this calendar year. Best performance of this calendar year, for sure. So thumbs up for the manager, and thumbs up for the fans. They had a fantastic chant about Kroenke, which, let's face it, even if we're divided over Wenger, we are all united over wanting that fucking American motherfucker out of our club. Sorry to any American listeners, there's nothing against you. Just this particular Yang I do not like. So yes, that's fantastic. I love that chant. So yeah, double thumbs up for the fans too. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a good day, good performance. Nigerian Revolution has started, so you know I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, all round, I can't really pick any holes in it. I actually was really happy about the performance, more than the result. I mean, obviously the result, to be honest, was more important than the performance. But it was nice that I can actually bring myself to watch match of the day today. So yeah, I'm happy. Anyway, again, apologies for this lighting shit. I'm hoping next week to have a lamp here, so you'll be able to see my not so pretty face a little bit better. Because I tend to record most of my videos at night, so it doesn't make sense for me to just buy myself a lamp. Having said that, now that it's getting lighter, no matter what time I record at night, you should be able to see me, but I'll buy one anyway. But yeah, anyway, guys, enough of my rambling. I'm going to do another video tomorrow. Please do follow me on Twitter at Colossal Chig. Or you can put search screen at Eagle Eye. I should come up in that as well. Do subscribe. I don't know where the fuck a subscribe is. I'll see this up top. I will start to pump out regular videos. I'll get myself some more mics, better mics, headset, all those type of things. You guys want to see me on any other kind of chat shows or just Bergkamp Wonderland, Bergie Radio, Guna Talk. I listen to them all. I literally listen to them all. I love all of them. So by all means, put me forward for them. I'll be happy to voice my opinion on them. Get myself out there. All right then. Take care, people. Peace.